You can make money a source of joy for yourself. Hello, welcome to this week's Wild Spirits News. My name is Sibylla, and today I'll tell you to discover the joy of money. Some time ago, I published an episode explaining why money and joy actually go together. In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how you can discover your own joy of money. It's worth pointing out these things because for so many people, money is the opposite of joy. And for good reason, obviously. In times of economic downturn, in times of skyrocketing prices, where people work 3 jobs and still can't make ends meet, of course, money is a fraught subject. And add to that the fact that most of us carry around with us unhelpful beliefs that we've carried around since our childhood, and you have what you could call a dysfunctional relationship to money that most of us have. Therefore, your mission today is to learn how to discover the joy of money. Task number 1 is clean up the rubbish. So to discover that aforementioned joy of money, you need to first clean up what hinders it. And the first and most obvious point is the unhelpful childhood beliefs. Now, every trained coach knows how to do this. It doesn't have to be me. Any qualified professional can help you with this. I've also published a video that explains the exact steps if you would like to attempt it on your own. Then I'm linking this in one of the corners. Take your time and watch that video and do these steps. It's really worth it because it's a very freeing, a very liberating feeling to overcome an unproductive belief. A related point is, of course, that we have cause to associate some negative things with money. For example, when it comes to rich people, there are objectively rich people that are terrible people and very exploitative. However, when you look a little more closely, you will find that these people act out of their egos and out of a love for power and a hunger for power. So it's not actually the money that is the problem, their character is. And once you make this distinction between money and character, you will notice that there are also a lot of rich and very wealthy people that are wonderful people and that don't harm anyone. And a lot of these people do a lot of good even with their money. And that leads you to the conclusion that many of us have come to, who've done a lot of work around money and attitude and mindset before. And that is the truth that money doesn't corrupt anyone. Money makes you more of what you already are. If you're a wonderful person, you can do more wonderful things. If you're a horrible person, you have more leverage to do horrible things. Task number 2 is discover the joy of wild money. Now, if you keep in mind what you learned and discovered in task number 1, you are now freer to actually allow yourself to find joy in money and to enjoy having money without feeling guilty or like you're taking anything away from anyone else. And you can nourish that joy and grow it and sort of practice the habit with certain steps that I've written down for you. So the first one is to celebrate incoming money. And that doesn't matter if the incoming money is your regular salary or 1 single cent coin that you find on the street. Any money that you receive, I would ask you to become conscious of this as abundance that is coming to you and to give thanks for it. Just close your eyes for a moment and to say, thank you. It doesn't have to be out loud, it can be in your mind. But any money that you receive, just try it, practice it. And thank life, God, the universe, whatever you believe in, for this incoming abundance. Now, the second is to bless outgoing money. Now, that sounds a bit strange at first, right? Because normally when you pay a bill, you won't feel so good because you're spending money. But how about you try and reframe this as being grateful that something else is taken care of in your life. So you pay the electricity bill, and rather than thinking, oh God, that's so much money that I'm paying there, why don't you think, I'm so glad this is taken care of and now the lights will stay on in my house for another 3 months. Or you buy groceries and when you pay for them, you think, I'm so grateful that now I or my loved ones are fed for another week. So try and reframe that and give thanks for that as well. The third point is to create a play budget. I've mentioned this before. If you followed me for a while, you've heard this before. Up to 5% of your monthly income should be designated for nothing useful whatsoever. This money is there for you to blow on something that just catches your fancy or that brings you joy. If it can even be a spontaneous purchase on the internet, shiny object syndrome. If you see it, you want it, and if you still have your budget for this month, do it. This is one of the fastest ways. It's like a direct line to the joy of money, to have a play budget. Try it out. And the fourth is to give your money a good home. Now, this might sound irrelevant, but the physical expression of your money, like be it your cards or your cash, should be honored, so to speak, in a nice wallet that you like, that makes you smile every time you pull it out. And again, these examples that I've just given may seem a little random, but trust me, they are all pieces of a puzzle, which put together becomes your joy and your enjoyment of wild, what I call wild money. And obviously in this video, I could only scratch the surface. So if you would like a little more of this, then consider my Wild Money program. I'll link it in the description below. And you can go to that website and arrange a short conversation with me, a free chat, which is completely no strings, and we'll see whether the program might be suitable for you. I'd love to talk to you. And that brings me to task number 3, which is, as usual, let me know. Leave a comment below the video and tell me where you stand on this. How is your money mindset? How are you? Is money joy for you? And what are your experiences? I'll reply to every comment, I promise. If you would like some more, then consider joining the community of Wild Spirits by going to wildspiritscoaching.com and filling in that little form. You get 1 email per week, 100% spam-free, with additional articles and information and recommendations of books and other resources. And sometimes you get exclusive offers that are only for my subscribers that nobody else ever gets to see. So go to wildspiritscoaching.com and sign up, or you can Google Wild Spirits Coaching. That'll get you to the website as well. Thank you for watching.